hold on. We got the YT over here, so we are going to get started. Um, as you all are just dropping in, I want you to drop in the comments where you're watching from, and I want you to put in the comments if you're newer, if you're an OG, if you've been here before. I love knowing where my people come from. Okay, there we go. Let's get this party started. All right, you're just stopping in, drop in the comments where you're watching from. Something I absolutely love about TikTok, love about social media is that you can hang out with people from all over the world for completely free. You can meet friends internationally without ever having to leave your house. And it's a beautiful thing because I am an introvert and it is something that I love, the comfort of my own home and still getting to meet new people at the same time. So Ron is from Florida. We got Florida in the house. Thanks for stopping by today. Lance is from Illinois. Good morning. Thanks for stopping in. So Lance, you're my neighbor. I am from Iowa. For those of you who are new to me, my name's Keevan. I've been in healthcare for 13 years. I'm an x-ray tech by trade. I have two boys who are 7 and 4. And I'm that mama who has spent years looking for the best way to make money online. And I freaking failed at everything. But I have recently come across the best way for especially busy parents to have $900 days online. And now I get to teach other people. Love it, fuels my soul, it fills my fire, and I get so incredibly excited and passionate about it. So that's what we're going to talk about today. But I do talk a lot. So in full disclosure, if you headed to that 9 to 5 today, you can't stick around, but you are serious about making money online. Okay, I want serious people only on here today because I have a free step-by-step guide that you can grab. Okay, if you're serious about finding out how you can change your life, have $900 days online, click on my link that is listed on my TikTok page. It's going to be a beacons. First thing that pops up says, get your free copy of the Freedom Formula. Click on that, plug in your best contact info. You also get a free webinar to watch. Check your spam, check your promo folders. Sometimes those end up in there. Now, a beautiful thing about that is if you decide that what I am talking about today is not for you, you can unsubscribe from my emails. I'm never going to know about it. Just download your free step-by-step guide before you do that, okay? Because you don't want that to disappear. Melanie, good morning. Thank you so much for the follow. Where are you watching from today? All right, let's get this party started. So let's see who we got in the house here. I want you to drop a 1 in the comments if you are a working parent, grandparent, aunt, uncle, brother, sister. If you are somebody who is clocking into a 9 to 5 today, I want you to drop a 1 in the comments. If you are somebody who is lucky enough to stay home, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, you're retired, whatever it might be, drop a 2 in the comments. I like to see what people's backgrounds are, what everybody's doing today. Good morning, Becca. Thank you for the follow. Where are you watching from today? Because here's the thing. I've been clocked for. Good morning, Rev. Thanks for stopping to 5 for 13 years. Becca's from Georgia. Well, hello from Iowa. Thanks for stopping in today. I've been clocking into that 9 to 5 for 13 years now. Okay. I am an x-ray tech by trade. I work in the cardiac cath lab and I have been doing the gig for 13 years. Okay. Cal is a single working dad. Thanks for stopping in. Texas is in the house. Whoop, whoop. I hope you are doing fine, Rev, with all the flooding and all the things that have been going on in Texas. It just breaks my heart. There's a reason I don't spend a lot of time watching the news, but there's a lot going on down there. So I hope you're safe. Okay, so I've spent years clocking into that 9 to 5, and I'm that mom who has really just wanted more time home with my boys, right? I'm that mom who would rock my old to sleep the first year of his life. I'd lay him on my chest, and I would cry because all I could think about was how he was getting bigger every single day, and I was missing out on every single part of it because I did what I was supposed to do, right? I went to college. I got my college degree. What comes with a college degree? $80,000 in student loan debt. And then my 9 to 5 job started out making $36,000 a year. Nothing about any of that makes sense, right? So I tried all the ways to make money online because all I wanted was more time home with my babies. I missed his first steps. And I know there's other stuff I missed out on that my mama heart can't even ask about. Okay. So I'm that mom who has spent years looking for the best way to make money online. And I ended up in that MLM world. Now, I want you to drop a 1 in the comments if you have ever been in that MLM world, right? There was a lot of things that I did not enjoy about it because as a working mom, A, it took more time away from my boys. B, I was working really hard for small percentages of the profits. Also, I have a closet full of things that I am never ever going to use. So much inventory, so much money was spent on things I'm never going to use. Anybody else feel that? Drop a yes in the comments if you feel me. Everybody's real quiet this morning. Dun, dun, dun. Some comments were filtered. I don't see any filtered comments. If your comment was filtered, I'm sorry. I don't know why it would have filtered it. It's not even letting me see what it might have been. Okay, but you guys are real quiet this morning. Anybody want to talk to me today? Just water TikTok. Because if you were on my live today, if I showed up on your FYP, chances are you are somebody who has been looking for a way to make money online, right? Drop a yes in the comments if you are somebody who has ever put into your phone, into that search bar, whether it's on TikTok or Google or wherever it might be. Put the word yes in the comments if you have ever searched for a way to make money online, because most of us have, right? And it is so incredibly simple. So many of us overthink it, right? I used to be that person who overthought it. I thought there's no way I can ever be the mom who A, will figure out how to make money online. B, I don't have the time. I don't have the brain power. And I've been in healthcare for 13 years. I don't know anything about this social media world. All I know is that I get to hang out with really cool people. That's all I know about social media. Watching, like, the only time I would get on TikTok was when my coworkers would send me a bunch of videos to watch. I would wait until I had like 40 of them to watch, and I would sit and binge them all at once. And that was it. That was my TikTok for the month. And then I discovered there are step-by-step programs that teach regular mamas like me how to make money in this online space. They literally hold your hand, walk you through, and tell you what to post every single day. Okay. Now, I want you to drop a 1 in the comments if you have never ever heard of digital marketing before. Drop a 1 in the comments. If you're somebody who's heard of digital marketing, but you're sitting skeptical, you're sitting on the fence and you're thinking, I wouldn't even, like, I just don't understand it, right? You think it's another one of these, you think it's an MLM or direct sales, whatever it might be. Drop a 2 in the comments, because so many people sit on the fence. Is it Fira? Fira? Is that how I say your name? That's a beautiful name. Okay, you're sitting on the fence. Now, there's nothing wrong with sitting on the fence, right? But you can't stay there forever. And I get it, because it is big and scary, right? It was big and scary for me. I sat on the fence all last summer. All last summer. All I knew was I was watching this stay-at-home mom who I had been in an MLM with, and she was having $900 days from her phone. And I was thinking, how am I clocking into a 9 to 5 job? And she's making more money than me, living the life I dream of. Slow mornings with her babies, making cinnamon rolls, snuggling, enjoying time instead of rushing out the door, telling her boys to put their shoes on 45 million times in a row. How is she doing that? Okay. Now, Fira, if I'm saying your name, Fira, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Okay. People mispronounce my name wrong all the time, and it drives me nuts. So I try really hard to get people's names right. But I want you to put the word yes if you want me to explain how digital marketing is different than one of these, or an LM, or network marketing, whatever you want to call it. Put the word yes in the comments. Kathy. Okay. If I call you Kathy, that's much more simple. Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that. Where are you watching from today? Okay. I love getting my board out here for explaining this. So bear with me, because a couple quick things. I am not a teacher, okay? But something I have really discovered about myself since I have come into this online space. So my mom is a teacher, was a teacher. She's no longer a teacher. But my mom was a teacher, right? And I used to think there's no way I could ever be that person, because I don't like talking in front of people. I don't care if they're 5-year-old, right? I don't like talking in front of people. It's just not my thing, right? I'm not really a leadership type of person. But the more I jump into this online space, in this digital world, and help other people learn how to make money online, the more I realize how much I love teaching, the passions that I have for teaching people different things. So let's talk about that MLM world. Okay. We're going to do MLM on this side. Now, feel free to screenshot this. Okay. And we're going to put digital marketing on this side. Okay. Now, for those of you who have been in the MLM world, it's one of these, right? I'm just going to go over the big differences, but there's actually a lot of differences here. Okay. Here you got the people at the top who are making like 70% profit, right? And you got the people at the bottom who are making, we'll say, like 25% profit. I don't even know what percentages are anymore for people in the MLM world. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. So you got your pyramid here, and you got the people up here who are like, hey, I need you to host more parties this month. I need to get so many sales so we hit a sales goal. And the person down here is just like, I'm just hoping to make an extra $100 a month maybe while I'm spending all this time on the phone bugging my friends and family. We don't do any of that here. In the digital marketing world, I have what is called master resale rights. So what that means is I made a one-time investment in a program that I now own. So I make 100% profit off of 4 programs that I own. Okay. I invested one time, I got 4 streams of income, and I make 100% profit off of those 4 programs. Okay. My best-selling program is a $900 program. So I need just one customer to have a $900 day. Now, if you're over here slinging lipstick or lip gloss for $9 a pop, you need 100 customers to have a $900 day, right? Now, I want you to put in the comments what sounds better, 1 customer or 100 customers. Drop in the comments which one sounds better to you. Because to me, 1 customer sounds a lot better. And here's the thing. I'm learning attraction marketing over here. I saw you sneak in, Robin. Good morning. Good morning. How are you today? Over here, you're sliding into DMs, right? You're bugging your friends and family. DMing. You're cold calling, sending all those awkward hey girl messages. Anybody else been there, done that? Drop a yes in the comments if you've been there and done that. That's what the MLM world looks like, right? Over here, we're taught attraction marketing. So we're taught how to figure out who our perfect customer is. And yeah, you want the 1 customer at $900, right? That's how you change your life, right? So when people talk about having 10K months online, right? You're seeing all these people talk about, well, I had a 10K month online. It's because all you need over here is 12 customers a month. 12 customers a month gives you a $10,000 month. It's that simple. Here's the thing. If you can get 1, you can get 2. You can get 2, you can get 4. Okay. Over here, you need a heck of a lot more, right? So when people are talking about having a 10K month, it's because they're thinking big. They're thinking those high ticket items. And so many people want to come in and say, well, somebody worded this weird to me the other day, but they were talking about the 100% profit. And they're like, well, that seems real scammy, right? And most people feel that way, right? Because this is so different than what we've all been taught, right? We've all been taught that you're supposed to clock in and go work for somebody else your entire life, and that's the only way to make money. But the digital world is changing the game for so many people right now. Okay, so many people. And nobody gets mad at Verizon, right? Verizon didn't make any of the cell phones that they sell, right? They're selling all the phones. They just bought the rights to them, and they can turn around and sell them as many times as they want. And now they're a $1 billion business because of products that they didn't even have to create. That's exactly what this digital world offers here, right? I'm promoting 4 products that I didn't even have to create that I can make 100% profit on. And my best-selling customer is a $900 customer. 100% profit directly into my pockets. Okay. Now, I want you to drop in the comments, drop a 1 if you want to hear about my programs and the investment behind them first, or drop a 2 if you want to hear about my 2-hour workday and what you have to do to have $900 days. Because here's the thing. Here's what I'm going to tell you. So many people let their limiting beliefs get to them, right? I used to be that person. Good morning, Kate. You're 1 and 2. We'll go over all that here in a second. Cinnamon, good morning. You're 2. All right. So I was that person who would watch, right? I'm that mama watching all these other moms make money online, and I'm thinking, there's no way I can be like them. I'm letting my limiting beliefs get to me because I'm not pretty enough. My hair's not good enough. My house isn't good enough. I don't have the time, blah, 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 blah. I want you to drop a yes in the comments if you have fallen into that category, because here's what we're going to talk about today. You are worthy of making money online. I am 100% positive that absolutely anybody can get into this online space and they can make money here. All this takes is being coachable, being self-motivated, and being consistent. Okay. And I'm seeing a lot of yeses. There's a lot of women, especially women, fall into that category where they're thinking, I'm not good enough to be here. Right. Because you see these big influencers and you're like, well, they have a ton of followers. Of course, they're making money online. Or they had a video go viral. Of course, they're making money online. You don't need any of those things to make money here. I'm proof of that. Okay. This is a brand new account for me that I started just shy of 2 months ago. Okay. Now I've built it to almost 2,500, right? 2,500 ish followers. And it's because I have been able to do things that I wouldn't have known if I hadn't invested in a program that taught me everything, but also they give you a to promote. Right? And that's the beauty of this digital space. So let's talk about this real quick. I'm going to go over real quick what you're going to learn inside the programs, and then we'll touch base on the other things. Now, if you cannot stick around, Kate, Kathy, and Cinnamon, if you cannot stick around, but you are serious about making money online, I want you to click on my face in the top left corner. Okay. Click on that. Check out my TikTok page, my beacons. The, the first thing listed there is going to say, get your free copy of the Freedom Formula. Okay, information is free. You get a free step-by-step guide for how you can start having 10K months online. You get a free webinar replay to watch in your downtime. Okay, check your spam promo folders. Sometimes those end up in there. But if you have any questions, respond to that message from me. Okay, if you decide this isn't for you, unsubscribe. Another thing that's different than the MLM world, right? I never have to hear the word no. I'm an introvert at heart. I hated bugging people. I would send those hey girl messages when I was in that MLM world, and then I would literally hide my phone because I was so scared of what people were going to say. You know, that person from high school that I hadn't talked to in 15 years, and I'm sending them those messages that's like, hey, you want to host a party for me? I see you really like lipstick, right? We don't do any of that here. Okay. So, a couple of quick things. We get different types of customers in this online space. Now, a lot of people want to get into TikTok and they're thinking the only ways to make money on TikTok are if you go viral or if you jump into the creator rewards program or if you do TikTok shop, right? Pammy, Joni, thank you so much for the follows. I appreciate you. Good morning, Tina. How are you today? So many people think those are the only ways to make money on TikTok. Now, there is nothing wrong with any of those. Okay. I'm part of the Creator Rewards program. I have another account that's in TikTok Shop. I do absolutely nothing with it. Okay. But here's the thing, when you are working with those programs, you are working for small percentages of profits. Okay. And for the people, especially the people in TikTok Shop, one of the big things is you spend a lot of time creating those videos and you're just hoping and praying one pops off and one goes viral because you're making just $3 a sale or whatever it might be, right? It could take you months or years to go viral, right? I have never once gone viral and I have made almost $8,000 on this app. Okay. I have never gone viral. I'm open and honest about that. Just don't think small. There's nothing wrong with any of those things, right? But find something that is a high ticket item that can get you more income faster. Okay. That's what we're chatting about here today. Yes, Tina. How are you today? Thanks for stopping in. It is Thursday. It's Friday, Junior. People must be sleeping in today. I don't know. Good for them. I'm ready for a life where I can sleep in more. Okay. So let's talk about this real quick. We get different types of customers in here. We get people who already own businesses who want to learn to promote in this online space. We get people who want to create their own you're not okay. Hold on, guys. I'm getting told that Okay, TikTok's flagging me here. Man, they're getting so picky, so picky. Okay, so we get people who want to create their own digital products, okay, but they don't know where to start or how to do that. Our program's going to teach you how to create your own digital products and how to promote them. And then you get the person like me, right? I'm the mama who works full time, who's always wanted more out of life. I want more time home with my boys. I want that freedom lifestyle, right? But I don't have a product to create. I definitely did not have an LINK for people to go shop on. I didn't have any of that. So what I discovered was there are programs out there that teach regular people like me how to do this step by step. Literally hold your hand and walk you through every single step of the way. Okay? Now, it's like a business in a box, you guys. And that's something that's so beautiful about this. Man, Tina, it's your Friday. Whoop, whoop. All right, guys. Here's what I'm going to tell you. If you're just stopping in and you are looking at making some money online, man, I got restricted here. Let's see. I want to read this. Sorry, guys. You're for recommendation, restricted results. Man, this TikTok. Okay, hold on. Let me check something real quick. I'm pretty sure I did this before I hopped on. Did I do this? Yeah, I turned on my content disclosure. Okay, so they're flagging me today, which means they're not going to be sending me out to people. They're not going to be sending me out to people, which is fine. Because here's the thing. I only want people who are serious about being in this online space. Okay, so TikTok's getting picky. They're getting picky. And that's okay. We work around it, right? This is all about being able to pivot. Anybody else ever watch the show Friends? You pivot and you just make things happen. All right, Dale, I got 4 different programs that I offer. Okay. So, because not one size fits all. Now, I don't know, Dale. Okay. We're going to bless and release you. Guys, if you don't, I'm just going to tell you this straight up, as this is just a friendly reminder. If you do not have a BIO listed, people are going to think you are not a real person. Okay. You need to have a BIO listed. I don't care what it says. Like mine just says that I am a mama helping other mamas make money online. That's what I'm doing. Okay. So just make sure you're filling that stuff out so people know you're a real person. Have a real picture. Let people know you're real. Okay, that's what TikTok's all about. TikTok wants you to build communities and do the thing, right? Good morning, Rebecca. I saw you sneak in here today. How are you today, dear? Okay, so let's talk real quick about the programs. I do have 4 programs that I offer. Okay. What are you laughing at, Shane? What's so funny this morning? Give it to me. Just here to watch videos. All right, Shane. You look like a real person. We'll allow it. Okay, just drinking coffee, TikTok. Okay, so isn't that what I said? Real. Okay. I misunderstood your comment, Shane. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Okay, so let's talk real quick about the 4 programs that I offer. Now, we have 4 because not one size fits all. Hi, Ash. How are you today? Thanks for stopping in today, dear. We have 4 programs, not one size fits all. Now, don't overthink this, okay? Because I'm going to get my fancy board out here again. I call this fancy. I'm pretty sure I spent $1 on this at Dollar Tree. Maybe $2. $1.50 tree now. $1.50 tree. Shane, you're just messing with me. That's fine. You know what? I'm here all in good fun. The best part about social media is having fun. And that's what I love about this business, right? I go to work and I'm working with really sick patients all day long, right? We're talking, I'm helping put stents in hearts, pacemakers. We're putting drains in body parts. Like we're doing gross stuff, right? But they're really sick patients. And so I love that I can run a business online where I don't have to be so serious all the time, right? So many people are worried of getting into this online space. They take themselves too seriously. And I remember my grandpa, before he passed away, he always used to say, life is too short to be serious all the time. You just got to go have fun. And he was the one who was always on his nurses and doing stuff like that, right? Like, and the older I get, the more I understand why he said those things. right? Because so many people take life so seriously. And when you get into this online space, you're going to overthink it, right? You overthink it. You think you're not good enough. You're self-conscious about posting the content and going live and doing all the things. But once you start having fun with it, it's such a game changer and it's such a breath of fresh air, especially when you realize that you can create income doing it, right? I had a 900 buck day while I was sitting in church on Sunday, helping at our church nursery. 900 bucks came through on my phone. That is the opportunity that is being offered inside this online space, right? Like I live my life around my day job, unfortunately, right? I clock into a 9 to 5. I got to take call at my day job. My whole schedule revolves around that. My boys get the second half of me, right? Because, and that's what we've been taught. But this digital world, you build it around your life. And I got a freedom machine that is up here running for me in the background 24/7. So what that means is I do my income earning activities with my 4 streams of income. I create the content, it's out there forever. If people are interested, I just direct them to my freedom machine. If they decide it's not for them, they unsubscribe. If they are ready to jump in, they can do it anytime, anywhere. It's all right there. It's a click away. I don't have to get on the phone with them. I don't have to do the follow-up and bug them. My freedom machine is doing everything for me in the background. Okay. So, first of all, good morning, Daisy. How are you? And yes, Shane, I am married happily for 13 years now. First of all, don't overthink this because we do offer this. Okay, now, if you are somebody who needs a PAY plan and the ones offered on my website do not work for you, I want you to reach out to me. Respond to the message that I send you, okay? Because I have another way that can help you get it for $0 down, okay? $0 per month. That's what we're talking about here, okay? But I have 4 programs that I offer. Now, remember, you turn around and you can promote these at 100% profit. So what that means is one sale puts you into profit mode. You have 0 overhead costs because everything is digital. Everything is digital. It's an amazing thing, you guys. The only other thing you are going to pay is a one-time $39 website fee for your freedom machine, okay? I think TikTok's flagging me for saying the word WEBSITE because they're telling me I'm trying to send people off. You can screenshot my face, the K-Bigs inspired, plug that into your browser when you got time, okay? But the $39 freedom machine, okay, that's a one-time thing. It's not monthly, it's not yearly, okay? I pay this for you when you start at the $900 level, okay? So keep that in mind. Now, what are you going to learn here? The 100 is going to do our 7-day launch to profit. Because now you get the freedom machine with any of these, right? That's what this $39 fee is, okay? This freedom machine comes 90% for you, which is amazing because if you're like me, you're wanting to start an online business, you don't even know where to start, right? They walk you through step-by-step how to set up the rest of it, how to set up your P plans, and how to personalize it, okay? They give you the automations that are being sent out as the follow-up. They give you all of that. I didn't know anything about it, right? They give you everything that you need in there. I just went in and I edited them. You guys, I set this freedom machine up one time 8 months ago, roughly. One time 8 months ago when I started, okay? I didn't start getting serious about this business until late January, okay? But I set this up one time and I haven't had to touch it. I go in and I edit things here and there, but that's it, okay? And it's working for me in the background 24/7. So we do a 7-day launch to profit because we want to get you into profit mode as soon as possible. The $300 is where I recommend starting if you are someone who is newer to social media. Okay, we're going to be teaching you how to figure out who your perfect customer is and how to share your story. That really starts at the $300 level. Okay, we're going to teach you how to create recurring income. Your bills are coming in every month, you guys. Why not have recurring income? We're going to teach you how to make that replacement income. and start having $300 days. Now, when you invest in the 900, you get all 4 programs included. Okay. If you invest in the 300, you get the 300 and the 100. You do the 600, you get the 600, 300, 100. Does that all make sense? Drop a yes in the comments if I'm making sense to you. My mouth is not talking today. The 600, okay, Kate's like, yes, this makes sense. The $600 program is where we start with, we give you a list of 200 digital product ideas, okay? Now, you are given this program. When you invest in it, you own it, right? And you can turn around and promote it. So it's like they give you a product to practice with. It's like a business in a box. It's a beautiful thing, right? Because what do you need to run a business, especially an online business? You need a freedom machine running for you in the background. You need a product to turn around and promote. And we give you all of that. Okay. And you're making 100% profit off of this. And here's a beautiful thing. So if you're like me and you are clocking in to a 9-to-5 job, if you're clocking into a 9-to-5 job, you're being limited, right? They are telling you how much money you're making per hour and how many hours you're going to work. When you jump into this online space, nobody is limiting you because they are not saying, hey, you made $600 today, you're done. You could sell one of each of these. You could sell 4 $900 programs. What's that? $3,600. Nobody is telling you how much you can make. There's people in here making, Victoria last month had an $11,000 day. Think about that. All because of a one-time $900 investment that she made. She couldn't even afford to jump in at the $900. Okay. She went to cleaning houses. She's a mama of 3 boys, military wife. She went to cleaning houses, selling stuff on Marketplace. She invested in her program, and now she's made over $550,000 in just shy of 2 years. Is that not mind-blowing to you guys? Kayla, I'm sorry. I am just seeing your comment. TikTok filtered it for some reason. Okay. Kate, you're talking about the Freedom Machine. What is that? You're asking about the Freedom Machine. And Kayla, for you just stopping in, you can either screenshot my face and plug this K-Biggs Inspired into your browser, or check out my TikTok page. My LINK is listed there. Okay. The first thing that pops up when you click on that says, get your free copy of the Freedom Formula. Plug in your best contact info. Check your spam or promo folder. Sometimes those end up in there. Okay. TikTok has flagged me today for sending people off the platform. So it might be best if you just screenshot it and plug this into your browser. Okay. You do the www before and the .com after. Good morning, Maria. How are you? But Kayla, we are talking about digital marketing. Have you heard of it? Okay, so the 600 is where you start getting that list of 200 digital product ideas. It's where they do the your million in 17 months. So Michelle is our multimillionaire mentor, okay? And she is literally walking us through every single day, holding our hand, giving us a 6-minute video to watch, teaching us how to build our online business. She made her first million in 17 months. She's at like 2.5 years being in this business, and she's made over $7 million. So you are literally learning from the best of the best. You are investing in a college-like class where the mentor's right there and they walk you through every single step of the way, every single day. And they teach you how to build your business online, how to have $900 days. Okay. It's life-changing. This $900 is where, is where we get the legacy trainings. You get a lot more training with this. Okay. We have extra training calls, mentoring Zooms, all of those things. Okay. You get to get on and ask questions. That's a beautiful thing to me, right? A lot of these, and I'm open and honest with people, there are a lot of different digital marketing courses out there. Now, I just promote one of them, but I always encourage people to do their research, right? Because everybody learns different. Everybody learns different, and that's okay. For me, I wanted that live interactive mentorship. And a lot of these, you invest in them and they send you a bunch of pre-recorded videos and they say, here you go, good luck. Okay. We don't do that here. Now, we're making 100% profit off of products we didn't have to create, right? But we have a community of 54,000 people who jump on and love on you support you every single step of the way. Usually a bunch of them are in here today. They must all be sleeping today, which is okay. I go live early in the morning and I do not expect people to be on early in the morning. Ash was in here. Maria's in here. I know Rebecca was in here. Okay. They are people who support me and we try to jump on and support each other every single step of the way, but we don't make any income off of each other. It's not like that MLM world, right? Where you're fighting, like this person's like, you stole my customer. And you're like, well, I'm down here just trying to make an extra $100 a month. We don't do that here. Okay. We jump on, we support each other, we love on each other. And that community is so important because Sharon's on here. That community is so important because they want to watch you succeed. And it's huge because I've had people who are like, well, I would love to do this business. I would love to jump in and learn how to make money online, but I'm not going to have anybody who's going to support me, which makes me super sad for them, first of all. But I'm also going to tell you, like, you don't need anybody else, right? Like, here's my truth. My biggest circle right now is the people inside our community. I have so many friends and I have my coworkers who look at me like I have a third eyeball because I told them I'm learning how to make money from my phone. And they look at me like I got a third eyeball because they think it's scammy and they think it's not real. But then they're also talking about, well, what's going to happen if we all lose our jobs someday? Y'all better have a backup plan. I'm not going to go clock in for somebody else and put somebody else in charge of my income for the rest of my life. Because there's a statistic out there, and I shared this yesterday, that like 83 million people will be losing their jobs to AI in 2025. Is that not mind-blowing to people? Good morning, Laura. How are you today? Thanks for stopping in. 83 million people. They're going to wake up one day and they're going to go to work and their boss is going to say, we don't need you anymore. Good morning, Manny. How are you today? Thanks for stopping in. I got my first restriction on a live in a long time. I don't know what I did or what I said, but TikTok's not happy with me today for whatever reason. So, but that's okay because we still have some very important people in here who need to hear that you don't have to stay stuck in your situation, right? There are so many ways to make money from the phone in your hand. Like you are literally holding a gold mine in your hand and you don't even know it. I didn't know it until last fall, life hit the fan for us, right? And I share this story almost every single day because it is exactly why I jumped into this business. Because I had come to terms with the fact that I was just going to be that working mom, right? I'm just going to be exhausted. We're going to coast. We're going to hope we can retire early and then live our lives, right? Is anybody else living that life? Drop a yes in the comments if that's you. If you're like coming to terms with the fact that you're just going to work for somebody else every single day until the day you expire, but you're also not happy doing it. Kate's like, yes, I feel that. I was there, right? Because I had tried everything else. I have tried all the other ways to make money online. And that's just it, Kate. That's not what I want either. Yes, Tammy. And Tammy's like, I get it. And I'm watching right now my parents my dad's going to turn 69 on Saturday. My mom just turned 60 and they're still working their butts off. They're still working their butts off because they can't retire right now. And it breaks my heart. And all I do is I look at them and I am like, I love you, but that is not the life I want. This is not the life I want. God made us for more than clocking in and working every single day until the day we expire. And this digital world is allowing regular people like me to work just 2 hours a day around our already busy schedules to build that life of freedom. To build that life of freedom, right? Life hit the fan for us last fall. We drained our savings account. We were coasting. We were doing good. And I just said, you know what? I'll just work until I can take out early retirement. Life hit the fan. Our AC unit died. And if you have ever been in Iowa in August, it's always on the hottest day of the year when it's like 100 degrees outside and 125% humidity. And then 2 days later, my husband's car was totaled out in an accident. And I was mad. I was so mad because all I could think was, I just watched our savings account that took us months to build up disappear like that. And all I could think was, well, I guess now I'm going to have to clock into that day job more. I'm going to have to take more hours, work more shifts, take more call, do what I can. I'll work the night shift. But then my soul inside was cringing because all I could think was, I'm already exhausted. My boys are already getting the leftover version of me. And I don't want to take more time away from my boys. I'm already not seeing them for 45, 50 hours a week, right? And that is not fair to my boys. It's not fair to me. All your kids want is your time, right? That's all your boys want is your time. So then I saw this friend, she was been talking all summer about having $900 days online. And I sat and I watched. And it took me until late October to jump in and be like, you know what? I'm going to learn how to do this. They say you can learn how to have $900 days online. If I can make $900 at least get my investment back, then I'll be happy. I just want to make an extra $900 a month to make that car payment. And then I started seeing stories, right? I started seeing stories like Victoria's, where she was talking about how she couldn't even afford to invest in the program. And now she's made $550,000. They don't even have a mortgage anymore. They built a brand new house last fall. It's completely paid for. Those are the stories that are coming out of the space. And today I'm going to take the time, I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you some wins from our community, since things are a little on the quiet side today, which is fine. I appreciate all of you being here. Okay, so let's talk real quick about the 2-hour workday. I went over the programs. If you have any questions about the programs themselves, please drop it in the comments, okay? And key tip, come back tomorrow for my live, 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Fridays, we do Freedom Fridays, okay? I open it up. I want you to bring all your questions about starting an online business, how to have $900 days, all about digital marketing and all that this world has to offer. Okay, come back tomorrow, bring your questions. I love answering questions and helping people understand what can happen in this online space, because I think it's so hard for most of us to wrap our brains around, because first of all, it's so different than what we've been taught, right? We've been taught you got to clock in, you got to work for somebody else, and that's the only way to make money. But also, you don't touch it, right? Like most stuff you order and you buy online, or you're in that MLM world and it's a physical product that you can touch and feel. This is all digital. So it's different for people and their mindset. And I was actually I have a really good friend who's been looking at getting into this for a while now. And I think she's finally going to take the leap this weekend. But I was telling her that, and she's like, man, you're so right. Like it is hard when it's not something you actually touch, right? So I love answering questions, but let's talk real quick about this 2-hour workday. Now, keep in mind, because when I started hearing about the 2-hour workday, the first thing I thought of was, well, I definitely don't have 2 more hours in my day. But know that you can work this around your busy schedule. It doesn't have 2 hours all at once, right? You can split it up. That's how I do it, around my 9 to 5, around my boys' schedule, around our family. Okay. So the first part of my workday is listening to training videos. And I want you to drop a 1 in the comments if you can listen to training. All you do is pop in an earbud. You can listen to training while you're folding laundry, unloading the dishwasher, while you're on your way to work, whatever it might be. Kate's like, yep, I can listen to training. Super simple, right? Now you want to plug in every single day, whether it's mindset training or trainings for content creation. We do every Monday night. We have Monday night mentoring, and all of those videos are recorded. So if you can't make it to the live training, you can always go back and replay it. That's how I have to listen to a lot. Okay. Because I do work full time, right? But it's that simple. Second part of my workday is creating content. Now, creating content scares a lot of people, right? That word content creation or content creator or influencer kind of freaks people out a little bit, because they're like, well, I don't know what to create. I don't know how to make my content. Our program literally holds your hand and teaches you how to create your content. Okay. We give you that product to practice with. So we're going to teach you how to promote the program itself, but also you can tweak it, promote anything in this online space, whatever business you have. So if you're like, we get a lot of realtors in here, we get a lot of health and fitness coaches. We get a lot of homeschool moms who jump in here, they create their own homeschool curriculums, and then they promote that, because it's all about learning how to have the $900 days online, but then creating those multiple streams of income, right? Because Manny, you're new here, huh? How's it going, Manny? Thanks for stopping in. Kate, Yeah, click on my face in the top left corner. My link is listed there on my TikTok page. It's going to be a beacons. The first thing listed there says get your free copy of the Freedom Formula. Now, if you have a problem finding that, feel free to just shoot me a message. Okay, send me a message and I'll do what I can. Okay, to help you out. So thanks for stopping in today. Second part of that workday is creating that content. Now, don't overthink your content, right? We're going to teach you how to figure out who your perfect customer is and how to share your story. Those are the biggest things. But we're talking a 5-second video with a text overlay and a trending sound done. We're talking a 30-second video and a 60-second video. Don't overthink this. Okay, drop a 2 in the comments if you can create simple pieces of content every single day. The third part of my workday is going live. Right now, I'm going live today, and going live scares a lot of people, right? But here's the thing. Oh, thanks for stopping in, Maria. I appreciate you so much. Have a great, great day. So the second part of my workday, or the third part of my workday, is going live. Now, a couple quick things. I stopped listening. You're fine, Kate. You're fine. Going live scares a lot of people, but here's the thing. We're going to teach you how to go live. Okay. We're going to teach you, Kate, you can't go live or you can't stop listening to what I have to say. I talk a lot, but that's okay, right? I've been given the gift of gab. Thank you, Manny. I appreciate you. TikTok is not being my friend today. Going live scares people, but we're going to teach you how to do that inside our program. Okay. You don't have to go live right away. Think about this. You're going to listen to your trainings, you're going to create your content, and that right there is going to build your confidence. I can't even explain to you how much my confidence has built with this program, right? I used to be that person who cared what other people thought about me getting into this online space. I used to be that person who was so self-conscious about what other people were going to think, about what other people were going to say. But once you start to realize the potential behind this, I did appeal it, Manny. I don't know if it was approved. I can't see it. I'll have to go in and look when I'm all done. I don't know what they flagged me for. Whatever. I got a message last night that I need to read through saying that they were changing things again. So, but you know what? Honestly, I've started doing dual lives. So I do have YT over here. But I actually this morning while I was working out, I was listening to the training that Jess did a couple weeks ago about FB and talking to people about going live on FB, which I'm not opposed to doing. But it's all about like not putting your eggs all in one basket, right? But the FB thing scares me a little bit just because I do have a lot of coworkers on that platform. And so the going live on there for me is a little bit because I'm just trying to, for those of you who have a day job, you kind of like toe that line, right? Where you're trying to chase after your goals and dreams, but you're also trying to not get let go from your job because of what you're pursuing. Because this honestly is that passion that I have searched for my entire life. I've always felt like I am made for more than that 9 to 5. I've always wanted to help people, but I didn't know how to do it without clocking in and working for somebody else. Like that's why I got into healthcare. And so I spent all last summer telling my therapist, like, I feel like I'm made for more. And this had been sitting right in front of me the whole time. Right. And now I get to help other women get into this online space and I get to help empower them to know that they're worthy of being here and they're worthy of making money online. And I get to help them completely transform their lives, whatever that looks like for them. Right. It might be the financial aspect. We have people in our business who absolutely love their day jobs, but it's not paying enough. So they jump in so they can make that extra income every month to take their family on vacation or just even just pay their bills, right? For everybody that looks different. For me, it's getting my car paid off and then it's freeing up my time. I had a coworker yesterday who was like, "Can you please just not leave until for like 9 years?" And I was like, "Oh no, dude. Like my time is getting way, way more important to me than that. Like as soon as I can, I'm out. I'm out because I want my time back, right? We only get one life. We only get one life, and I don't want to spend it all clocking in and working for somebody else. So, food for thought. But going live, that's what we were talking about. See, I get squirrely brain. You're gonna have people jump on and support you, right? We got that whole community of people. Manny's on here, Rebecca was on here, Maria, Ash. There's so many of them inside our community. Astrid's on here. Good morning. Oh, Kathy. I don't know why I was thinking Astrid. San Diego. My goodness. Kathy, work sent me to San Diego about just over 2 years ago now. And they sent me for a 1 day training. So I'm in Iowa. Those of you, I was like, you're sending me all the way to San Diego for 1 day. So I extended the trip and it was just me. My husband couldn't go. The boys stayed home with grandma. And I took some time down in Ocean Beach that I got the hotel right there on the ocean. And I just spent 2 or 3 days like walking the coastline and exploring. And it was just amazing. I love the San Diego area. It's beautiful. And someday when I'm a millionaire, I'm going to have a house there. Probably more like a billionaire. I'm going to have a house there. But I hope you were having the best time. Thanks for stopping in. It's early there. Um, Day 2 of showing gratitude to your 9 to 5. Oh, okay, Manny. I need to hear more about that. Your son lives here and it's their bridal shower weekend. Oh, that's so fun, Kathy. Oh, I'm jealous. I need a family member that lives in San Diego. I have a family. I need to have more family there. So, okay, so going live, back to this. Like going live scares a lot of people, right? But here's the thing. If you are willing to go live, you are willing to get over that fear and you have the one opportunity that somebody is looking for, right? Because now I get to share with other mamas how to make money in this online space. I get to help empower them to know that you don't have to go get a second job. You don't have to take more time away from your babies to make money. You don't have to go do the Dash or the Uber or whatever, right? You can turn your phone into a money making machine, doing things you're already doing, listening to trainings, creating that content, and eventually going live. Now, if going live scares you, we can talk about that. We got some other options. Okay, we can talk about that. But here's the thing, I'm going to help you get started, right? I'm going to help you build that confidence so that you can get where you want to be with your online business. Because everybody deserves to make money here. Everybody deserves to. Everybody is worthy of making money online. You just need the right process and program that's going to teach you how to do it. So drop a 3 in the comments if you can eventually go live. Drop a 3. Because here's the thing, if you are saying yes to all 3 of those things, there is absolutely no reason that you cannot build an online 6-figure business. Tammy, you're a 3. You did 1, 2, 3. So here's what I'm going to tell you, Tammy. Make sure you are checking out my LINK, whether you screenshot this and plug it in or check out my TikTok page. Okay. The first thing listed there on that beacon says, get your free copy of the Freedom Formula. Check your spam promos. Sometimes those end up in there. But here's the thing. It really is that simple to make money online. People overcomplicate it, right? I'm an overthinker. I overcomplicate pretty much everything. Pretty much everything. But it really is that simple. And once you learn these skills, you just rinse and repeat. You do it over and over and over again. Once you learn these skills, nobody can take them away from you. And you get lifetime access to learning. We get multiple Zoom calls every single week. You get lifetime access to that. Lifetime access. It's a beautiful thing. You're being taught by the best of the best 6 and 7-figure earners. Now, I don't know your story, Tammy. Maybe you just want to get in here. You want to make enough money to cover your mortgage every month. We have a guy inside our community who just wants to make an extra $1,000 a month so he can take his boys camping every once a month or every weekend, whatever it is. That's all he wants out of this. If he gets that, he's happy, right? You get the mamas like me who want their time back, but you got to get that debt freedom first. If you are still doing the same thing and it's not working, because that's the thing. Like so many of us think, well, if I just clock in more and I work more hours, it's going to get me where I want to be. But if you've been doing that for years and it hasn't been working, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Like that's the point I was at, right? Where I was like, well, I spent 13 years clocking into this 9 to 5, still hasn't made me a millionaire. If I can learn the skills to make money online, might take me a couple years to get there, but you know what? The time's going to pass anyway. I'm already scrolling through my phone every single day. The average person spends 2.5 hours a day scrolling through their phone mindlessly. Turn that scroll into income, right? What are you doing with time? Start prioritizing and being intentional with that time. And you can completely change your life with the phone in your hand. It's mind blowing to me. You just want more money. You have a daughter that had an accident and have been helping her more. More money would be great. Yeah, I hope your daughter's okay, first of all. I hope she's okay. But life throws so many things at people, right? And you can coast along all day long and you're just coasting, right? And you think life is dandy and nothing is, and then one day your whole world can be flipped upside down. I think about that a lot because we're a dual income household, right? And my husband owns a photography business on the side, so he has a second job too. But I think a lot about how stay-at-home moms, and like there's nothing wrong with this, right? But especially the people who only have a single income, right? Whether it's mom or dad, you have one parent staying home, you're in a single income household, how much you rely on that job always being there, when in reality you could walk in tomorrow and they could say, we don't need you anymore. Like, do those people have a backup plan? And there's so many stay-at-home moms who jump into this online business and they start making more than their husbands who are clocking in at their 9 to 5. Christina's a great example. Christina had an $11,000 month last month. $11,000. While she was on vacation, she made like $4,500. Because here's the thing, you do that 2-hour workday, right? If people are interested, you just direct them. I just send people to my Freedom Machine. They plug in their best contact info. They decide it's not for them, they unsubscribe. But if they do decide it's for them, they can invest in their program right then and there. Anytime, anywhere. I've woken up to $900 days because somebody decided to start their online business while I was sleeping. I made $900 while I was sitting in the church nursery on Sunday. It's the little things like that when you start to realize you can really create passive income here. That's how you really start to change your life. It's incredibly amazing. So, does anybody have any questions for me before I log off? I hear little feet running around upstairs. I'll show you a couple wins here from our community. Let me get my iPad. And then I'm going to log off. Okay. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, but also just be sure to check out my LINK that is listed. Can you guys see this? Okay. I never know how reflecty it's going to be. I don't know. Maybe it's better if I do this. Better, worse, better, maybe better. I don't know. Okay. We'll do this first. So let's see here. We got Lucas made $100 while working out. He sold our Launchpad $100 program while he was at the gym. Oh, that's worse. Okay. Thank you, Kathy. Let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, Jess here. Jess went triple live yesterday. So she was live on YT, FB, and IG all at the same time, and she made a sale before 10 a.m. She made more before 10 a.m. than I make all day at my 9 to 5 job. Kelsey made $900 while she was at the zoo, out hanging with her family. She made $900. Let's see. I don't know how to say his name, but he made $600 yesterday. Another $900 day from Christy. Christy's been in on my live. She's not here today, but she has an amazing story. She's made like $48,000 in, I want to say 11 months in this online space, but she's a gram. Oh, here, it says right here. The Keevan. 46,811 months. And I think she told me she had a $2,100 week this week. So I'm almost done, buddy. Okay. So she is making more money every single month. It's amazing. But there's just so many amazing stories in here. Wendy here made $1,500 while she was glamping, while she was out hanging with her family, glamping. She's a grandma from Canada, and she's made over $600,000. Jody made $900. $900. We celebrate all of these wins. Everybody deserves to make money online. Okay. And just know that you can do it too. If they can do it, they can learn the skills and apply them. You can do it too. Now, I haven't said this yet, but I tell people every single day, this is not a get rich quick thing. This is not a get rich quick thing. I'm open and honest with people about that. Manny, they did not approve my appeal. This is ridiculous. Huh. All right. Well, it is what it is. TikTok, man, the TikTok gods are not in my favor today, but that's okay. Okay. It's not a get rich quick thing, right? And if you're looking for get rich quick, this isn't it. But what I will tell you is that if you are willing to jump in, you are willing to put effort, learn the skills and apply them and stay consistent with it, absolutely anything is possible in this online space. And you can build a 6 or 7 figure business here. So does anybody have any questions? Otherwise, I'm probably going to log off. Thanks for hanging with me today, guys. Hopefully I come back